Okay, Tom.
Yes.
It's the off season.
Yes.
Free agency a couple weeks away. You've got some big decisions to consider.
Yes.
Me,
Yes.
as the other guy on this show.
Yes.
You can cut me, you can trade me, or you can tag me. What are you doing?
I'm tagging you. I'm
Where?
tagging you so hard. And baby, you're it.
Ooh.
Oh, baby. We here.
10-2, we steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to the Monday edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. And this is GPS.
I taught Carm this week that this means hang loose.
Nice. Nice.
Mm.
Have you got her started on Rocket Power yet?
No. I don't know what that means.
Rocket Power, the old Nickelodeon show? It was about skaters. You were a skater boy. She said, see you later. How do you not? Come on, man. You know,
yeah, by the time I was skateboarding, I wasn't still watching Nickelodeon.
Well, that's why you never went pro.
And this morning I was making her breakfast and she was behind me and she goes, hang loose, daddy.
Yes.
I was like, hell yeah.
Yes.
Pokemon Day.
Pokemon! I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the... How do you not know about Rocket Power? Listen, Brandon, I try to relate to you. I try to bring it... Because I know that you're not into things. And I'm like, okay, let's bring it into the bubble. And I was like, skateboarding. Like, we could do that. Nope.
When did that debut? Let me look here.
You look it up. Just, come on, man. Rocket
First
Power,
episode, 99.
Yeah.
I was like 14 or 15. I wasn't watching that shit.
What month was it?
August 16th, 1999.
I was 8.
Yeah.
I was going to be 9 a month later.
I was watching Everybody Loves Raymond and King of Queens.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Seinfeld was ending. Conan O'Brien. I was a evening TV guy. Sitcoms and late night television. Give me it, baby.
So not Rocket Power. What cartoons did you watch then?
Ninja Turtles was number 1.
Yes.
The Simpsons.
Good.
Was the first real show that I really liked. We were just talking about this last night, actually.
Okay.
And Turtles was the big one. A little Darkwing Duck in there because that was on in the morning.
Darkwing Duck. There you go.
Yeah, that was on before school started. But I was like shows better than cartoons. Like Saved by the Bell was big for me.
Okay.
I was like, oh man, those kids are cool. I want to be just like Zach Morris, but have the athletic skills of AC Slater. And I was neither. Oh, also, we're going to get to football and free agency today. But if you watched on Friday, I said I could tackle Derrick Henry's ankles.
Oh, no.
After playing an hour and a half of touch football this weekend.
Yeah, on Saturday. How'd it go?
I've decided that if I did tackle Derrick Henry's ankles, I might spend the next week in the hospital.
But can you bring him down? Are you still sticking with the fact that you can bring him down?
He will be on the stretcher with me going to the ER.
Just to check in on you, though.
Yeah, because my body would seize and lock into his ankles and they would not be able to remove me.
Okay.
That's not a feat of strength. That's just my body reacting to trauma in a horrible way.
Did you win?
I I don't remember.
It's
one of those things where every team who has the ball just eventually scores a touchdown. You know what I mean?
Okay, so who won?
Wasn't you? Won?
Yeah,
I don't know. There's a lot of touchdowns.
Yep,
all I did was run, catch passes.
So you're wide receiver?
I only went to the ground one time, and I feel like my body went through a car accident.
If it makes you feel better, I'm hurting too.
Oh.
On Saturday, I was like, you know what? We're gonna lift today. Like we're gonna lift, and I haven't done it in a while. And this is as much as I can straighten my arms today. Like legitimately, yeah. I can't bend at my elbow. So I'm like, we're rocking. We're vibing.
Yeah. I honestly have more respect for Tom Brady after this weekend. Playing at age 45, real football.
I haven't seen enough of it, honestly. I haven't seen enough of it.
Oh, I've never really. It's Always Sunny.
You know what I actually recently got into?
My mind when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, they're saying the shit exactly what I want to say."
You know what was funny? I recently got into it because they're taking it off of Netflix, but I never watched it. Arrested Development. It is like those first 3 seasons are brilliant.
Yeah,
like the writing is so good. It is so good. So, Kyle, hope you're feeling better, buddy. Wait, is that me?
Get better, Kyle. Get better, Kyle.
Get better, buddy.
No, that was for me.
Oh, look at that, Kyle. Get that fitty to Perna.
I will send you some cough syrup, Kyle. I'll spend all $49.99 on cough syrup
now. Whoa.
Since you're sick, Kyle.
Oh, wow. Is that a pancreas?
All right. What are we doing today? We're talking football about some shit about football something? Whoa.
I did see, yes, on NHL. I don't watch hockey, but I did see it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
We got to talk about, so the big news that came out at the end of last week was about Jalen Ramsey, that he is going to be expected to be traded in the coming weeks in order to save cap space. And what we're seeing, Bobby Wagner, of course, already getting released after signing a 5-year deal last offseason. And this is what happens when you go all in. Eventually, the fun times run out. And the Rams, they got a ring out of it. And that's a lot more than most teams get. But that's what you're about to see. And what was interesting, I saw like 2 different camps here. Someone was just like, wow, how could the Rams trade away Jalen Ramsey in the prime of his career? I was like, I don't think he's in the prime of his career. I think that like, he's still good. Don't get me wrong. But prime? No. Yes. But I think in terms of where he goes, that's the more interesting conversation. I've seen the Lions like be a lot like favored to go there. It helped their secondary out. That would be a good move for them. They need help on defense. I don't think they would need to give up a first because he still has a few years left on his contract and like it's pretty pricey. So I don't think he would be worth a first anymore. But I think that could be a great signing for the Lions. I probably wouldn't like it, but
yeah, when a team's got to trade a guy and it's money related and not performance related, it kind of hurts their leverage in terms of what capital they'll get in return. Now, the caveat there is Jalen Ramsey still is really good. He kind of had like a down year, but the whole Rams team was down. So I think he's still good. I think he'll still get good value, but not what he, what did the Rams, they had to trade to get him to Jackson from Jacksonville, right?
That was the big trade a few years ago. Yeah,
I forget what they gave up for him.
They gave up at least a first. Yeah. At least. They gave up a lot on Jalen Ramsey trade.
Jalen Ramsey Bolton. And he's got a big cut coming up, huh, guys?
Okay, sending 2 first-round draft picks and a 4th rounder. Yeah, and then they gave him a $105 million contract extension less than a year later. Yeah, I remember that because then it was like Miles Jack, like it was all the jokes of like all these like great players from the Jaguars are eventually just gonna get traded to other teams anyway.
Yeah, how old is Jalen? Let's see, he's
28. Yeah, there you go. 28.
So yeah. I would say he's got, I don't know, corners and receivers. That 30-year-old, it's 30. Yeah. It's tough. But he's got a couple good years.
Yeah, he's got a couple good years left. I mean, look at it, right? So I think what teams does he make sense? I think the Lions make sense. The Vikings, I don't think will be able to pay for him, but like they need corners too. That's just the NFC North.
People are saying the Raiders, and they
Yeah.
definitely need help in the secondary.
They definitely do.
Sure.
Yep. I would say Raiders make sense. And and you get to trade him into the AFC also. So
Yeah.
he goes back to the Jaguars.
Now I want to play for you guys.
Yeah, he's like, now I wouldn't mind. That'd actually be really funny. That would be really funny. He went and got his ring. I mean, at this point, why not? And he tweeted something out or was on Instagram or something that says, like, this is the end, this is the end. Like, it is what it is in terms of like being with the Rams. But it seems that all roads are leading to him being traded.
Yeah, Jacksonville would be great. Chicago could use him too. There's a lot of teams that could use a solid corner.
The best part about the Bears is like any free agent they want, they can get. They have so much cap space. They're like, yeah, like, well, whatever, sure.
They have money, and they're going to have extra draft picks after they trade that first spot.
They are in the best position to go from like this worst to first because they have more cap space by a lot, by a nautical mile, right? They got almost, I think it's close to $100 million. Like, it's crazy money. And on top of that, they have the draft picks that they're going to be getting because now, like, the story came out today. I think Schefter tweeted out, it's all good. It's all good. You support Brandon Perna. In terms of like the draft capital, there's like, oh yeah, they're looking to trade the first pick. Of like, yeah, of course they are. Again, if they traded Justin Fields, that would be the stupidest thing that they could do. I don't think that they're going to do it, but they're going to get a haul for that first round pick. And again, they were gifted it by the Texans. More Lovie Smith, but yeah. Jaden, happy birthday.
Yeah, build on the momentum you have with your offense. Bears, I mean, I'm just curious to see what they get for that first pick. And it all depends on which team trades to that spot, because the further the team is down on the board, the more they're going to get back in terms of number of draft picks.
Yep.
So Bears are going to have the Bears they have already won the offseason and they haven't done anything.
Question for you, Brandon. If you're the Chicago Bears, right? Because you're going to have the Texans and Colts who are going to likely be bidding for that number one spot also, right? And Colts saying like they'll do whatever they need to do. They'll trade whatever. If both teams offer you their first round pick, so the Colts and the Texans, which one do you take in anticipation of them being crappier next year and you getting a higher pick?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a good question. That was a good question on a Monday morning. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. But Space Goat, while Brandon thinks about that, Space Goat, here's the thing, though. That was Okudah, right? Look how long Okudah has like taken to come along. I know he got injured too, but look how long. You could have Ramsey a surefire thing of like, if we're ready to make a run right now in what could be a weaker NFC North, you might go for the guy that you know is going to be able to like come in right away and be a day one starter. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, you can never have enough good corners, honestly. You could trade for Jalen Ramsey and still draft a corner. Depending on what team you are. I'm going to say the Texans because I felt like before the season started, we expected the Colts to be better. I think they have more pieces on their team versus Houston. And even if I thought everything were equal, historically speaking, the Texans are just such a shittily run organization. I have no faith in Cal McNair. He's one of the worst owners in the league. I love the DeMeco Ryans hire, so I really feel like they're going to be better. I feel like they finally got the right head coach to come in and lead that team. And Jim Irsay, it's not like he's this great owner he's nosediving in terms of ownership power rankings. Maybe when we're really bored, we should do an ownership power rankings episode.
Green Bay Packers number one.
They got rid of Easterby in Houston. That will help them.
Acknowledge me.
But I like Steichen too for Indy, and what I like is Shane Steichen working with whatever quarterback they do draft. I expect more from the Colts with the young quarterback they get versus the Texans right away, just because Steichen's got a great track record of developing guys. So yeah, I'll bet on the Texans to be worse. Also, what you could do if you're Chicago is you trade to Houston. Okay. You go from 1 to 2, you get a haul for them.
Yeah.
And then you trade with the Colts or whatever team wants that next QB.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Well, that's the thing though, but I don't think they'll do that though, because the Bears aren't going to take a QB. Oh, but are you saying so to prevent another team from trade? Can you imagine they trade the 1 to the 2 and then the 2 to the 3 and they just like walk away?
Yeah,
Damn.
2 to whatever. Well, I mean, like, it's got to be.
Damn.
Oh my God. Where's my draft? So Chicago, let's say they flip-flop with Houston. They go to number 2. The Colts are sitting at 4.
Oh yeah, because the Cardinals are 3.
Like they could trade with a team like Vegas or Carolina, who wants to jump in and get their quarterback at 2 before the Colts then pick again, because everybody knows the Colts are going to take the quarterback. Right?
I keep forgetting them. Yeah, I literally keep forgetting the Cardinals are 3.
Yeah,
I literally like I was like, oh yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3. They just complete because the Cardinals are in such a weird spot.
Yeah,
it's just like, what do they need? What don't they need?
They're in a gap year. Right?
Yeah, they are. They're taking a gap year from school, 100%. I mean, listen, the Bears, the world is their oyster, truly, because they can still go and get like their top guy that they want by trading down 1 to 3 spots. Unless you're like saying like, hey, like we want to go get like the number 1 edge rusher in this, and which they might, because they need to rebuild that defense.
Yeah.
But then they might just do the 1 to 2. I think.
Yeah, that's what's. Like, you're looking at, I don't think there's like a top 5 tackle in this draft and or offensive line player, right? There's not a Quentin Nelson where you could be like, okay, Chicago,
sure.
You just take one of those 2 key pieces. And outside of quarterback, your like cornerstones are your offensive line, your tackle piece, or your edge rusher. And what Will Anderson's kind of the top flight edge rusher. So if they took him at 1 and didn't make a trade, I think that makes like sense for them, or taking him at 2 or 4 if he falls that far to them. But since there's not like that top considered offensive tackle, they kind of have freedom to really move down in that top 10 area.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Jeff Bezos thing is interesting too.
Yeah, so he's not allowed to place a
currently
bid?
Right. He can't do it because he still owns the Washington Post,
right?
Yeah,
and he like wrote the crap about Snyder, which then helped oust Snyder.
Yeah.
So
He
Snyder's
personally
like,
wrote it. He's like, I shall take off today from Amazon to write this article.
Yep.
Chat GPT, Dan Snyder, dirtbag article. Do it.
Done.
Efficient.
I still think you and I should buy the Commanders.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Like, you got a 50. Like we can combine it. Like right now, let's see. Right now, I've made 56.83. So we can combine what we have. YouTube's can take 30%, and we just like make an offer. Yeah. I'll dress as Wildflower. I'll dress up in a suit as Wildflower, and I'll open the briefcase, and it'll be a check for about like $45 and a bunch of flowers, and then we're good. And we're good. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And it's pick number 32, right? Because the Dolphins don't have a pick.
Yeah.
It's because Chase Claypool. There you go. There you go, Steelers. You basically got a first-round pick, Steelers. Good job.
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah, the Bears could have done without that move, I think.
That's why I was so happy we didn't get him.
The Bears are going to be fine. They'll get some capital back when they make this trade.
They're gonna be. They're in the best scenario, which is why if they screw it up, I will die laughing, because they have this offseason gifted to them on a platter. They have the most money of any franchise right now. They're going to get the most draft capital. They have the number 1 overall pick. How can the Bears screw it up? I mean, if they screw it up, this could be the worst offseason for them. Matt Nagy won a Super Bowl. And then they screw up this gift that has been given to them. Oh, I pray for days like these. I pray.
Yeah, the thing with the Bears too is they do need a lot of pieces still.
They need to rebuild their defense.
They need that. They need a
offensive
weapon at the receiving position.
Yep.
Their line needs to be better. They've got one of the weirdest receiving cores in the league.
Hey,
Outside of Darnell Mooney, who I really like.
Trash talking
Chase
Equinemius St. Brown.
Equinemius St. Brown, N'Keal Harry, Byron Pringle, Dante Pettis, and Velus Jones Jr.
Who's turning 55 next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
He has to remove Junior from his last name then.
Sorry, listen, I don't even know what I'm doing with my off season, so I gotta make fun of the Bears where I can, because Aaron Rodgers, he came out of the darkness last Wednesday and still all quiet. I think it's coming this week, though. I think it is coming this week.
He came out and he announced he's running for president.
What, he's still going to play for quarterback, though? Like, he just comes out with like a big announcement and it's him just like getting into crypto.
He says, stay tuned. 2024, Aaron Rodgers is going to be throwing touchdowns for America.
Who's his VP?
His vice president?
Oh, is it Tom Brady?
No, but I know who he's going to name as Secretary of Treasury.
Oh, no.
Brett Favre. Brett Favre.
Speaking of officially suing Pat McAfee, because Pat posted that on Twitter, which is, dude, oh my God. And I said this on Twitter because someone was saying that they were too young to see like Favre win a Super Bowl and stuff. But for a lot of Packers fans, Brett Favre was the guy who got them like into, like, not just like got them into football, like got them into the Packers, but he rejuvenated the Packers, right? Yeah. Like he brought them legitimately out of the darkness, made them into the franchise, like in this modern age that they are. And like growing up, 1,000,000%, he was my favorite player, like 100%.
Yeah.
And I think I wrote this on Twitter, like this is just, it shows why we shouldn't idolize like athletes and like put them on this pedestal of like, hey, just because they're a really great football player or like they make really good movies as a celebrity or something, that they're an amazing person, because they're people and people can suck. So it just proves that lesson over and over and over again, that at the end of the day, they be people. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. John Elway.
John Elway, the big knock on John Elway is after he finished as quarterback of the Denver Broncos, he won him a Super Bowl as GM. Oh, he was such a bad GM. They won a Super Bowl and got to 2. Also, he might like his bourbon. I don't know. A couple times TMZ caught him coming out of restaurants in Los Angeles. He was a little tipsy.
Oh my God, no. Claypool would be terrible. I again, coming in mid-season, no way. If you watch that last game against the Lions, you're like, oh, if they just had one more receiver, that would have done it. Nope. Nope. He did abandon Tebow. That is true. Your Tim Tebow thing. You know, it's really funny. I came up with this original joke. You should have put it out at 3:16 yesterday.
You know what's so funny? I saw you comment that, and I go, that's going to be the most liked comment on the
video. I literally just opened Twitter, and I saw this, and I was like, I'm going to harass Brandon this morning. It's Sunday morning. Here we go.
Yeah, you were getting me. You were on one. You're getting me from Twitter, from YouTube. Mm-hmm. I was like, Tom must be bored right now.
I was like getting ready for the morning, and I was like, all right, let's do it. Why not? That's
Tebow
true.
episode's good, though. Johnny, great job. Johnny.
Whoa. Didn't Will Keys also work on it? Wow, no. So you didn't shout out Will Keys. Okay, Will. See this?
I give Will lots of love.
Uh-huh.
Instead of chef's kiss, I'm going to start doing French kisses now.
Johnny, I'll just give you money. Like I'll just give you money. You don't got it. I'll just give you money. Like I'll just PayPal you and just send it right away. I'll just pay you in a timely fashion. We don't have to.
If the video was better though, Will and Johnny, maybe it wouldn't be sitting at an 8 out of 10.
I was about to say, what is it?
Those videos are always slow. The long ones are slow.
Yeah, it takes
It'll
time.
Climb the charts.
It takes time. Just got
It's going to make the NFL a shit ton of money.
Yes, I saw that this morning. Yep, it was rumored last week, and now he is a minority stake owner in the Milwaukee Bucks. He's not going to make any like personnel decisions, but I'm just not happy about it.
He's a crook. You got a crook.
He sucks.
He's more evil than my ownership group, Tom.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I saw that and I was like, man, poor Milwaukee. They don't deserve this.
They don't. But they've won 14 games in a row. So
yeah, it's a team on the rise.
How are the Nuggets
second best
doing?
Player in the NBA next to Jokic.
Giannis.
Giannis and Jokic.
How are the Denver Nuggets doing?
Good. This is their year. This is their freaking year, man.
Are we gonna play each other?
They could, honestly.
And then they realize that they should do a podcast together 3 days a week called
Nuggets are in first place by 6 games.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Okay. So yeah, that was disappointing though. Speaking of the Cleveland Browns. That's all I'm gonna say there. But today, real quick before we get in. So this week the Combine, of course, like that's the big story. I think they're airing it on NFL Network. I think Bryce Young is throwing today. I think he's
Bryce Young's not gonna throw.
Oh, is he not throw? I swear to God, I thought I saw that this morning.
I think it was that he was not going to throw. CJ Stroud's throwing, right?
Oh, Stroud's throwing? Okay.
And Anthony Richardson's throwing.
Oh, they have it on the NFL net, like the NFL. Oh, I guess just like 10 prospects he can't wait to see. Got it.
NFL net.
Oh, Gallon, that's been the story the whole time.
It's coverage of the Combine start tomorrow. Yeah.
So, anyway, but yeah, the Combine. So I saw this that came up that they're going to be taking a look at roughing the passer and if that penalty should be reviewable. Apparently one team came out and said like, hey, we should take a gander here. And it's not expected to actually be reviewable. They said they looked at 80 roughing the passer calls and 3 of them were questionable. And then they spent 90 whole minutes talking about how officiating should be more consistent.
The NFL, the one thing that really bothers me
now I got Brandon going
is this process every offseason. Three were questionable. Fuck off. I would guess 30% of them were questionable. We all watch the games. That's just the NFL doubling down on Roger Goodell saying, you know what? NFL officiating is actually better than it's ever been. And then we went and had one of the most dog shit calls in Super Bowl history finish that game. Oh.
Yeah.
The competition committee is the biggest joke of a committee in America.
I know the college football committee.
All of the ones in politics, and there's a lot of bad committees there. Okay, this one is a joke. I hate it.
During the meeting, the committee looked at more than 80 roughing the passer and found 3 that it deemed questionable.
Yeah, okay.
So the conversation was centered on sling versus slam. The slam, when a defender picks up quarterback in the air and slams on the ground, is when it becomes problematic. The sling is considered the natural progression of play. But that's the thing. They still call it on the sling. They do. Because
they call it however they want.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way that one looked, Tim.
They spent an hour and a half, Brandon, discussing how to be more consistent across the league for officiating. So
how about more training for your officials? Spend some money in the department.
Okay, listen, Brandon. They brought in billions of dollars just last year alone. They spent 90 minutes talking about it. What else do you want? What else?
91 minutes. Next year, guys, we're going to go 91 minutes.
That's a whole movie right there. That's like the bare minimum for a movie, but that's a whole movie right there.
That would be like me watching through 80 of my videos and finding 3 jokes that were poorly written, in my opinion.
You're saying it'd be less.
Just so there's a lack of self-awareness from the NFL.
So the problem is that the structure of the NFL right now, any slowdown makes a slow game already slower. And I noticed this. What the hell was I watching? Oh, I think it was when I was doing the Daytona 500. When I was doing the Daytona 500, I was like, wow, there's a lot of commercials. Like, and I didn't think there would be a lot because I'm like, there's no real breaks from the action, whatever. Hi, Moosey. Go away. Love you. So anyway, I was like, oh, the NFL has this huge problem though, because we say, right, there's only like 10 minutes of actual like gameplay if you combine it all, just because it's so like there's so many commercials, there's so many breaks, incompletions, blah, 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 blah. And the problem is because it's structured like that for advertisers and for all that great stuff, anytime that you go, all right, well, now let's review flags, it's going to make it 10 times worse. And the play, the actual quality of the play might get better, but you have to look at the other side of it going like, all right, well, how much are we going to slow down the game? And at the same time, can we speed it up to make the quality of play better and also like speed the game up a tiny bit? So just saying, can we do that? Whoa, David, 69. Boop, boop. Nice. 1 year anniversary of first date with my wife. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I got you. It's been a while. It's been a while. I got you.
Oh, you fat with a 3. Yes, I just said that. That is that man's name. Don't tweet at me.
Yes.
You're a liar, Trev. You're a liar, but I respect it.
Oh, Perny got a 69.
Holy crap.
He wants another hoe you fat. Wants another hoe
one day?
Oh.
I need to take a shower. Where are you?
I got, oh, you fat with a 3. Yes, I just said that. That is that man's name. Don't tweet at me.
What are we talking about there? No, yes, you could argue it would slow down the game. I don't think it has to be this whole like review process.
Yeah.
Again, it just needs to be another official. Like they got Dean Blandino in the XFL looking at the play. All he's got to do is push a little button, talk to the ref on the field and say, hey, pick up that flag for roughing. I took a second look. Looks good. Don't need to stop the game. Just have a second set of eyes confirm it.
But that'd be smart.
Booth. Like the officials don't need to stop and wait to get ruling. Just continue with the way it is. But if it's a bad one, if it's a dumb call, which it definitely happened more than 3 times this season.
Which is subjective, though. I mean, like, because that's why we have consistency issues, right? That's why teams are preparing and being like, oh, we have this officiating crew. They call holding calls more. So because of that.
Right on the NFL Network, Grady Jarrett throwing Tom Brady to the ground, gently throwing him. They're showing Chris
Falcon
Jones
yes, yeah.
on Derek Carr. Just a guy saying, no, that didn't look like roughing. Pick up the flag. Boom. Or, I don't know, have one less commercial in a game. One.
Yeah,
just one less commercial.
They'll never do that.
One less commercial.
They will never do that.
One less commercial.
No. Because that might take away like $45 from them.
Put the commercial on the TV while they review roughing.
A little picture in picture. Dude, again, it is a problem. I don't think the NFL, again, they are still the dominant sport in this country. Yeah. Like you look at all the look at the baseball controversy that you have. I don't watch baseball, but I saw the baseball controversy. How there was literally like a 3-2 pitch, and it was like they had bases loaded, and then there was a pitch count, and it like went down, and they called it a strike 3. Like you look at all these sports, like even the NBA at its peak, the NFL blows them away.
Yeah,
like it's not even close.
They can do whatever they want, which is why they're not going to review it.
And that's why. Because they could do whatever they want. So, and it's unfortunate because the game can improve. The game can improve in a lot of ways. But
yeah, they should make things easier for the Broncos.
And again, I want what?
More flags on Mahomes is what I say. Why don't you call roughing the passer on the passer?
When he's just too good.
Roughing Mahomes.
Roughing the defense.
Penalty for the Chiefs.
They do. It's roughing the defense.
Roughing the defense. That's right.
He's too good. He's being mean about it. Like he's just completed like 4 passes in a row. Like it's too much.
There needs to be a rule too. If you extend the play for more than like 5 seconds, that the defense can hold. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of seeing that shit. I swear to God.
You just say this because you go against Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, you play that idiot twice a year. See how much you hate extended plays.
Kermit me Holmes here.
At least when Peyton Manning was killing the AFC, he was doing it with quick passes. Quickly.
You know what?
Just being smarter than everybody.
That's true. And that's why Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, according to Brandon Perna, because he just was quick passes. Just got him out real quick.
No. It's Peyton Manning. Yep. Quicker release than Tom Brady.
Tom Brady just getting it out real quick. That's why he likes Tom Brady more than Patrick Mahomes.
You know what the difference is between Manning and Brady? Because they definitely played a similar brand of football, right? I'll say this. Peyton Manning probably should be considered for the greatest quarterback to throw the ugliest football in NFL history. But here's the difference between Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Oh, fuck those shovel passes. Mahomes is great. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks to do it, and he's going to finish his career as one of the greatest quarterbacks. But his touchdown numbers will be inflated because of shovel passes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They will. That's not a knock on him. That's just part of the offense the Chiefs run, and it's smart. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying he's got a little bit of inflation in the touchdown numbers. That's not taken away from what he does. I can say a true statement, and it could be a knock on Patrick Mahomes.
Didn't you just say that's not a knock on him?
Yeah, it could be a knock on his stats, not him as a player. Anyway,
you know what the greatest thing is?
Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, okay? This is the point I wanted to make. Tom Brady goes to the line of scrimmage. I think they're both two of the smartest quarterbacks to play the game, okay? Where the fuck you leaving me? God dang it.
I'm not leaving you. I was just letting the dog out. I was waiting at the door. I was listening to you.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
Peyton Manning goes to the line of scrimmage, okay? He diagnoses the defense, and he thinks of 3 plays that could be better than what he has called to beat that defense. That's why there's all the animation, the audibles. He always thinks there's a better play in his mind to beat the defense. Tom Brady goes to the line of scrimmage. He diagnoses the defense, and he just figures out what is the best target on that play to beat the defense.
How do you, Brandon? There is no way on God's green earth that you know that. You literally are just like, how do you know that?
Because of what they do at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, there's no way you
Peyton
can tell me what's going on in this man's
the play called. Ever.
What's going on in this man's brain? I
go
know
to the line of
exactly.
scrimmage and be like,
just because he has a big head doesn't mean you know what you can see into it.
Yes, I can. Tom Brady figures out the best option on the play called. Peyton Manning got 8 different plays he thinks can beat that.
So Tom Brady never did that.
And he probably changes through 6 of them before he actually snaps the ball. I watched 4 straight years of Manning. Never content with what play was called. That's the difference. Every quarterback makes adjustments. I'm not saying that Tom Brady never called an audible. I'm saying stylistically, that's the difference between the two.
So isn't Mahomes doing that when he's like just throwing shuffle passes? Because it's an audible. What if it's an audible?
Hold on a second.
Oh, he found a comment he doesn't like. Now he's scrolling.
That's like asking me what's with the beard.
Oh my God.
Oh, fucking A, man.
You know what's great is that like there are probably like 3 topics that I know can just set you off and you'll just go. It's just winding up and go. If I talk about officiating with penalties, that's an easy one. If I talk about Tom Brady in basically any sense, and if I talk about shuffle passes, any one of those, just like, because I can talk about Patrick Mahomes and there'll be some times where you're like, yeah, he's the greatest quarterback, whatever, and then you move on. But if you bring up one of those 3 topics, you just go. It's just winding up and you're just like, So I need a way to combine all three. I need like the committee to talk about how there should be more penalties on shuffle passes, and Tom Brady is now the head of the committee. That I need it to be the perfect storm.
Yeah.
So the whole episode, I can sit back, I can go make a shake, and we can vibe.
Yeah.
We have 40 minutes into this episode. Should we talk about the title?
Yep. I'm gonna dial it back.
Did you really think I was leaving? I just walked away.
No, it's just good timing.
Just need to let this get him out of his system. It's fine.
Good timing.
Okay, let's talk about free agents here. Oh no, Brandon will always hate shuffle passes more. Brandon really.
Oh, screen passes are fine.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
There it is. There
you go. No,
what would you do if Tom Brady decided to come back, but just as a backup to Patrick Mahomes, so he could just win another ring?
I would love it. I would actually love that.
And just against the Broncos, just the Denver Broncos, Brady comes in for the final knee.
That would allow me to channel every ounce of animosity I have towards the sport of football in one singular direction.
It would be amazing.
Was that Phillip Rivers who just commented?
It was Phillip Rivers. It's not a gallon of water, but yeah.
All right.
That would
what are we going to do with these free agents?
All right.
Smash or pass, Tom? Is that what we're doing? Tag. Are we predicting? Or are we just saying who's the best?
I was looking at this and be like, where they could go, like, is it make sense for the team to let them go? Kind of just do our job about talking about free agents.
Okay. Lamar Jackson. He ain't leaving. Tagged. Orlando Brown. I would be incredibly shocked if the Chiefs don't get a deal done with Orlando Brown.
I wouldn't.
I don't think either of those guys are going anywhere.
I think Orlando Brown is gone.
Really?
Yep.
How?
He leaves. Goes to another team.
I hope you're right.
All right, he's going to be gone. There we go.
The Chiefs traded to get him on the roster, though.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. I just wanted to interrupt you.
Oh. Not to be confused with That's So Raven star Orlando Brown.
Yeah, Lamar obviously is the biggest one on this list right now, and it's just all quiet. Like that's the problem. You could see a tag and trade. You could. It's just is there enough of a relationship there? It's just weird. There was like a hot period where it was like going back and forth, and Lamar was like saying things on social media, but then he was like, "Oh, it's all love." But then, yeah, I don't know. See, it's not just me. Even Rachel, the Chiefs fan, doesn't know what they're doing with Orlando Brown. I don't think Orlando Brown's on the team.
I don't know, man. Brett Veach he's one of those wizards with the salary cap. So I feel like they'll figure it out.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But like, if they let him walk, do it. He's good. He's a very good tackle. Try and fill that gap. Do they have somebody on roster who's just like sitting behind him? I don't know. I would be surprised if he hits the market because tackles rarely do.
Yeah.
Of his caliber. And I admire him. Like, he left Baltimore because he wanted to play left tackle, not right tackle.
Because he was going back and forth. He wanted to get paid as left tackle.
Yeah, but he also wanted to play the more important tackle position. But what? Oh my God. No prenup. Then we get that money.
Did you say no prenup?
I mean prenup.
Yeah,
no prenup.
No, you don't want a prenup.
Yeah, that's why I said no prenup.
Yeah, no prenup.
It scared me because you said, "Did you say no prenup?"
Okay, yeah. So
I just assume I say the wrong thing.
Okay, all right. So yeah, no prenup, and like it's a day marriage.
Yep. Then I get half of Tom Brady's money.
But it turns out he's actually broken in debt because of all the legal fees that he has to pay for the FTX thing. So
you know what I do with Tom Brady's money too? I just buy all the worst food you can eat with it, and I eat it in front of him. Oh boy, would that really get him charged?
What?
That health nut, him watching his money go to unhealthy food. I don't think he'd like that. Don't think he would like that at all, Tom. And then you know what I'd buy? Affordable fitness equipment.
Oh my God. What's his net worth? Let's see.
It's like a half a B.
512 million. There you go.
Boom.
So you would buy McDonald's and eat McDonald's in front of him, but also be on exercise equipment?
Yeah. Affordable equipment.
Could you do like BP 12?
BP 11, because it's one closer to 0, which is where you want to get.
So it's like golf?
Yep.
Okay. I think Dean, there's no way. I think Tampa is going to, because they're in bad cap space. They're in cap hell. So I think that you're going to see a ton of people leave the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Jamel Dean's the one guy you want to keep, though, in that secondary.
I know. But do they just say, like, listen, this season's basically going to be a wash anyway because we got bills to pay.
So we're rebuilding. Yeah, I could see Jamel Dean hitting free agency. Ooh, Marcus Davenport, edge.
From the
leaving
Saints.
New Orleans. Who needs an edge player? The Denver Broncos.
You should take Davenport.
Do we have the money? Not necessarily.
Probably not. No, I have not gotten to PO box.
Let's put it this way. Saquon Barkley or Josh Jacobs. Who you taking?
Oh, Josh Jacobs. I know that's going to be, I know that the reason being is because I think Saquon Barkley is the better, bigger play guy, but I think Josh Jacobs is a phenomenal workhorse. And because he's a little younger, I would take Josh Jacobs.
No, I agree with you.
Saquon is a guy that you sign if you're like, we're a running back away from the Super Bowl and like our offensive line is solid, then you go get in Saquon Barkley. Josh Jacobs is a guy like if we have a rookie QB that we want to just like hand the ball off to, I would give it to Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. I feel like Josh Jacobs always has his best games against the Broncos too. So it's like some of my perception of him might be distorted. It's like this dude always is scoring 3 touchdowns. I kind of like Josh Jacobs as well because I think he would be a little bit cheaper. He's been a healthier running back.
Yes.
He is a year younger for whatever that's worth. If you're okay, so the Buffalo Bills are a team that's been rumored to running backs, right? We just had Derrick Henry and Von Miller posting shirtless photos together, which was hot, super hot. I appreciate everybody who tagged me in that photo saying you can tackle Derrick Henry. That actually made me more confident that I could. So Derrick Henry's been linked to the Bills, as Bills fans also kind of want Saquon Barkley. Let's just say you're getting like a cost-effective deal. Well, no. Who are you taking if you're a Bills fan? Do you want Derrick Henry coming in for probably maybe just a year window? You know what he costs already. Saquon's going to be more expensive in the long run, but you get him for a couple years.
Did I hit my head and go into a coma? What the hell are you talking about? Derrick Henry to the Bills?
There's trade rumors. Derrick Henry to the Bills.
From who?
From Bills Twitter.
Dude, what?
Well, because he's in the last year of his deal with Tennessee, and there's thought that maybe Tennessee wants to move on. And he just posted with Von Miller. You know who one of the best recruiters in the league is for players? Von Miller. And this is a hypothetical. I'm saying if you're a Bills fan, you get Derrick Henry for a year, or they sign Saquon Barkley in free agency.
Here, you know what?
Who do you want as a Bills fan?
Neither. If you're a Bills fan, how about you get an effing offensive line? How about that one? How about you go for that? So the guy that you
You're no-
drafted,
you're
you know,
no
James
fun.
Cook,
You're
could
no
actually have some
fun.
lanes to run. How
No
about you
fun.
commit to actually running the football a
No
little bit?
fun.
I'd rather those two things
No
than going out and
fun.
paying Saquon Barkley or this La La Land fantasy of getting Derrick Henry. What?
Oh my God! Please let one weird trade rumor be true and let that clip live forever.
Tell me I'm wrong. You don't think they need an offensive line?
No, they need offensive line help.
So, okay, great. You go
They
and
need
you
Josh
Look
Allen's
what happened
elbow
to
to
Saquon
not
Barkley
get
when he
hurt.
had no offensive line. He got hurt every single year. And then they made their offensive line a little bit better this year. And look what happened. He went back to his rookie year. Like, this is... I'm sorry. No, now I need to Google this. Derrick Henry trade bills. Let's see. Let's see what comes up here. Trade rumor. Okay. This is from Fan Nation, Roll Tide Wire.
I said
Buffalo
from
Bills.
Bill's Twitter. I'm talking about people who want Derrick Henry to come to Buffalo.
That's not a rumor. That's
Yes, it is a rumor. It's the
not a rumor.
definition of a
That's-
rumor.
Yeah, you know what? I would love Barry Sanders on the Green Bay Packers. Oh, it's a rumor. Barry Sanders might be coming to the Packers.
Oh,
Done.
God forbid we talk about fun scenarios where players could go and make a difference.
No.
for
See,
competitive
those,
teams.
that's different. That's a scenario. That's a
That's exactly a
No, it's not.
scenario.
A
I said here's
rumor-
a scenario for
A
Bills fans.
rumor is a guy going, it's like Ian Rappaport going, oh, you know, there's talk that Derrick Henry might want to get traded and like go to, that's a rumor. A scenario hypothetical is like, man, Justin Jefferson on the Packers would be great, huh? Oh, that'd be really, really fun. Those are two completely, are you looking up the definition of a rumor? Your eyes look like you're focused. Is that what you're doing? What are you doing right now?
Let's just go in there. You know who else wants this?
You tell me.
Titans fans. Ooh, look at this. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm sorry, you looked at that after someone said comically large and you said that makes me feel better about tackling him?
Yeah, look at those ankles. Look how small they are. Look how small Derrick Henry's ankles are. I could take him down. That's the weak point. That's the weak point.
I'm not seeing anything right now, Brandon. Unstoppable in college. This is from February 13th.
Yeah, I just typed in Derrick Henry. I didn't even say trade rumors.
Tackling Derrick Henry can't be much fun. The top thing on CBS.
People are like, look, Mike Vrabel might get rid of Derrick Henry a year earlier than a year later. Oh, dang it. Oh, no, I hit the wrong button. Oh.
Here we go. You want to look up things?
I'm not saying Adam Schefter said Derrick Henry likely to be traded. I'm saying this is what people are chatting about.
No. You said it was a rumor. A currently circulating story, a report or of uncertain or doubtful truth. There's
Of
nothing.
uncertain or doubtful truth. Anything could be a rumor.
It's not even a story. It's people going, oh yeah.
God.
Anyway, so Derrick Henry's not on that list because he's not a free agent. Derrick Henry on the Jaguars would be amazing, just because the Jaguars literally just getting beat by Derrick Henry every single time. All right, come on, pull up the list again, Brandon. Let's go. Who's next on the list? Okay. So Saquon Barkley. Do you think the Giants keep both one? And if so, one or the other? Like which one? Between Barkley and Daniel Jones?
I thought that they would keep both until we kind of learned that it seems like Daniel Jones wants a lot of money.
The $45 million.
Yeah. If I thought if any quarterback was going to be willing to play ball in terms of
It'd be Daniel
deal, it'd be
Jones.
Dan Jones. I feel like Saquon might be gone now.
So my question is, I think you know what? The funniest scenario that could happen is if Daniel Jones goes, I want $45 million. The Giants go, have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye. And then Daniel Jones he just doesn't get signed. Like, just no one gives it. He winds up signing for like $20 million.
He just retires.
Because everyone's like, yeah, no, I'm good.
And then Saquon Barkley is like, I want $40 million.
And they're like, you know what? Fine. That one's fine.
Yeah, I feel like Saquon might hit the market.
I think there's a good shot he does.
Like, it's just where the Giants are picking, they could probably get a pretty good running back.
You know what, Brandon? Brandon. Out of those 4 QBs, 7, 8, 9, 10, Daniel Jones, Derek Carr, Geno Smith, Jimmy Garoppolo, rank who's going to get paid the most.
Oh. Ooh. Man, I would have said Derek Carr. But Dan Jones is asking for a bag.
I don't think I don't know. I don't think he's getting $45 million.
No, but like Carr was what? His deal was like $40 million this year. So even if Jones comes down to 40, that's going to be close.
I don't think Daniel Jones is getting 40.
I'll say Daniel Jones gets. I think Dan Jones might get more than Derek Carr.
You think he's going to be the top paid guy?
He might be. Yeah.
At 26, I mean, there's room. It's just then it's like output.
Yeah, it's his only competitor there for money is Derek Carr. Because Geno, like if he goes back to Seattle, he's going to get a lot of money, but it's going to be, 30 to 35 million probably. I can't see a team spending more on Garoppolo.
You don't think the Jets would pay him?
Not that much. Like, and Garoppolo's already made his money too. He's already gotten that big.
But he's
contract.
only 31 years old.
I know.
He's
we're talking
guy on this list.
Yeah. I mean,
that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah. What if the Giants sneak in there and take Derek Carr? What if the Giants are like, you know what? We can win more games with Derek Carr than Dan Jones. Which of those quarterbacks would you rather have? Say your team's pretty solid, okay? Say you got a good defense. Your offense is respectable. You believe you just need a quarterback to.
Just say you're the
get
Jets.
you over.
You're the Jets. Let's just say you're the Jets.
Yeah, okay. Just say you're the Jets.
You're the Jets. All right, so Daniel Jones or Derek Carr?
Or Geno or Jimmy. Any of these guys.
I love Jimmy to the Jets just because of Salah that's there. But if I have to go between the other ones, I might go Carr.
Yeah, I think Carr's the best of them.
Just because the experience. That's it. So I don't know. Like Geno, I think there's a good shot that he winds up just staying with Seattle. He gets like a good 3 to 5 year extension, something like that. He'll get somewhere in range like $35-40 million. Because now because the cap space. You know what's really funny too is that so many of these wide receivers, you talk about the Bears, like that they need O-line and they need wide receivers. You look at the wide receiver market it's garbage this year. Like it's not good. Like I like Jacoby Myers, but like no one's paying like real big money for him. Michael Thomas, who the hell knows if he could still play football? OBJ, he has been off for an entire season. It's very interesting because it's the worst year for like free agent wide receivers. Offensive line, I mean, I know a lot of 49ers fans who do not like Mike McGlinchey, but he might wind up going to Chicago. He might. He could.
Yeah. And like Michael Thomas, he's still under contract.
Why does he say a free agent then?
Yeah, I don't know why he's on here. Yeah, he hasn't been released, right?
No. Michael Thomas contract.
Yeah,
is it a different Michael Thomas? No, oh no, it says Saints. He is still under contract. He has like 2 years left on his contract. What the hell? What website are you on?
Rumors, NFL trade rumors.
And look what happened. Why didn't you click the Fox one? I gave you the Fox link.
Because I don't like it. This one's the easiest to read. That's why. Ooh, look at this one. Lamar, number 1, if becomes available. Hargrave. Now that's a player. That's a player.
Here comes rumors again.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you banging your head?
It's the rumors. It's the damn rumors.
Deron Payne, Geno Smith, Derek Carr. It's similar. Jesse Bates, James Bradbury, Dan Jones, Saquon, Josh Jacobs.
Eagles gonna have a lot of free agents.
Yeah, but like, it's what the Eagles do, man. They figure shit out.
I think they'll be fine. Yeah, no, I think they'll be okay.
They're gonna lose a couple guys, but what they did after rebuilding, it's like they won a Super Bowl. They signed Carson Wentz. That was the wrong move. They have to figure everything out. They navigate through that and then get back to the Super Bowl. Like, I know this is kind of maybe like a tough year for free agents for them, but like they're one of the teams like I just would not be concerned about figuring out how to fill the gaps of guys leaving.
Jason Kelsey going to retire though? Because he's technically a free agent, right? Because he signed a 1-year deal.
Yeah, because they were wondering if he was going to retire last year.
Yeah, last offseason he came back for a 1-year deal.
Yeah, wasn't his like announcement that he's coming back pretty hilarious? Like, wasn't he just like drinking a beer on his porch?
I think so, yeah.
Some shit. McGlinchey's interesting at right tackle if he becomes
I've lied
available.
too, Kyle.
Ooh, Levante David.
Yeah, Tampa. Oh my God, Tampa's gonna get decimated. But again, they got a ring. They got a ring, and they were good for a while. So I wish the Packers did. But
Yeah, when did the tags can start happening?
tags can start now, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they can start now. There you go.
No, that was a week ago. They could start. So
Damn it! Okay, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna need some therapy. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Buckle up. We're going to have some fun.
That's Brandon every single time.
the good news is the Broncos only have one big key free agent to re-sign.
Russell
Bad
Wilson.
news is the Broncos only have one key free agent.
Yep.
Because there's not a lot of great players hitting the market, but Draymond Jones, bring him back.
The Packers, like they're restructuring guys because they need to restructure a few guys to get under the cap, and make sure that that's viable.
Yeah.
And we're already kicking the can so far down the road. If Aaron Rodgers does come back to the Green Bay Packers, I want them to decimate that team cap-wise and just go for the biggest swinging, go after Mike Evans, go after a Chris just because why not? If you're already going to bring him back and you're saying like, nope, Jordan Love, sorry, you're sitting another year, just go for it. At that point, just go for it. Just go for it. Just condemn us to cap hell and just have a nice day. Because why not? Because why not? Why not? But Brandon, I hope you're never a free agent.
Well, we did a poor job, but here's the thing: like this week, the next 2 weeks, it is about all those restructures.
Yep.
Until teams kind of figure out what they can do with their money, then the tags are going to hit,
Thomas,
and then we'll have a better idea which of these guys are actually staying and who's going. But
we're in a weird period right now because like even the rumors of like who's going to get traded, they're not going to really start coming out a lot this week. It's next week. It's really going to start to ramp up. So we're in like a weird like limbo period right now, but don't you worry because free agency is going to get crazy. I can't wait. I hope it's as crazy as it was last year. Last season was so much fun in March. It was so much fun. There were so many trades.
Yeah. Oh man.
Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Russell Wilson. Like there were so many big name guys. And 2 out of those 3 did really well.
Yeah. The Jalen Ramsey trade will be big. If DeAndre Hopkins moves, will be big. I heard you. I'm just ignoring it this time. DeAndre Hopkins could be a big trade.
You said yeah.
We'll see. But it's not going to be as good as last year.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But if Aaron Rodgers gets moved, that's gonna be something.
Yeah, if Rodgers goes, yeah.
Or if Lamar, either one of those go, like that's gonna be insane.
I feel like there just needs to be a quarterback trade every year.
They could.
Ooh.
You just want to trade Russell Wilson again this year?
Get rid. Yeah. What? No.
You just said get rid of. No.
No, I was talking about Orlando Brown. I was looking at the comment. I'm ready for the Russ redemption story. Okay. Russell Wilson redemption story.
If he sucks next year, like this upcoming season, I can't wait to see you unleashed. I can't wait. Because like once he gets like moves on to another team or whatever, like if he goes, like it's gonna be nonstop.
He's not. He's gonna be good. Russell Wilson gonna be better this year.
I agree. I think Russell Wilson will be better this year.
You know why? Because I cannot foresee the Broncos having 3 or 4 different guys calling plays during the game through the course of a season. It's Sean Payton, and he'll be calling the plays the whole time.
Do you think he's gonna hire somebody to make sure there's no like delay of game or
Nope. Jerry Rosberg's the one who got away. Jerry came in and saved our team. Jerry.
Okay. Well, Brandon, you dropped a Tim Tebow episode yesterday. What do you got coming out today, buddy?
Best and worst of week 2 of the XFL.
I feel like I didn't hear anything from the XFL this weekend like I did the first weekend. I know the Battlehawks.
It's the difference between like week 1 and week 2 in the spring leagues in terms of interest. It's always like a sharp decline.
Yeah.
People are super curious, and then they're like, oh, yeah, this is going to be on every week. Okay. So we'll see how this does, but there's some interesting things that went down.
Yeah.
Mainly the Vegas Vipers home field being like a high school football field.
Because why not? Why not?
Anyway, what do you got?
I don't know yet. I don't know. Like
Mystery Day.
Yeah, I know. I'm still just waiting for Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, maybe I'll do a reaction video, but like, I'm waiting to see which team I want to do. I might just wind up doing a skit. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll see how it goes.
Do something super like obscure. Like the NFL competition committee reacts to the baseball rule of whatever the hell happened in the baseball thing.
Oh, and tomorrow is Patreon because it's the end of the month. Patreon meetup.
Oh, mine's Wednesday.
But that's March.
Yeah, we're on the edge of every month.
Glory. You got a fitty, Perna, before we leave.
Oh, Steven.
Steven the Chiefs fan.
Fighter under the Broncos. I think next season will be challenging for the Chiefs, especially if Russ and Peyton start mixing together. Steven, I feel like you're tricking me somehow. I feel like your optimism is giving me false hope.
You know what clip
Orlando
you gotta give
Brown,
him.
maybe.
You know what clip you got to give him.
Poser.
USA.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
USA. Airplane.
That wasn't the clip.
Which one was it then?
Really, Brandon? Really? What team is Steven a fan of?
All right, so game 1 of the divisional round is done. The Kansas City Chiefs, they move on.
Fine.
They're going to be better. I agree, Steven. I would not worry about your Chiefs being challenged, though, by anybody for a while. Just don't even worry.
Fine. Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back
Wednesday, probably.
Wednesday, probably. Okay.
I'll tell you why after the show.
Can you not do it on Friday?
Maybe.
I mean, like, shouldn't we let them know if we can't do it?
Yeah, we'll make a decision.
Okay. All right. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GP. Hold on. We got a donation that I don't want to miss.
Oh.
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
There you go. You've been navigated. I almost forgot my line.
Thank you for your suggestion.